I use Claude Code every single day, and I've seen what happens when someone goes from zero to genuinely productive with it. That's what this course does for you. No coding background required. Every term is explained before it's used. By the end of 13 modules, you'll customize Claude Code for your workflow, connect it to external tools and services, use it in team settings and automation pipelines, and know exactly what to do when it gets stuck. This video maps the whole journey. Think of a regular AI chatbot like texting a smart friend for advice. They can suggest ideas, but they can't actually do anything for you. Claude Code is different. It reads your files, edits your code, runs commands, creates Git commits, and asks you before doing anything risky. That's the key difference. It's an agent, not a chatbot. It takes action, and it doesn't stop at your machine. Through something called MCP, it connects to databases, APIs, GitHub, Slack, and more. Your entire tool chain, one interface. We'll get to MCP in Module 7. You might think this only works in one place. Not even close. Let me walk you through where you'll find it. The command line is home base. Full power, every option available, no limitations. If you're comfortable with a text prompt, this is where you get the most out of it. But if you prefer working inside an editor, Claude Code runs as an extension in both VS Code and JetBrains. Same capabilities, just integrated into your coding environment. Don't want to touch a terminal at all? The desktop app is a standalone application for Mac and Windows. No command line needed, just open it and start talking. You can even use it in your browser at claude.ai/code. Zero local setup, runs instantly. Great for trying things out before you install anything. And if your team uses Slack, the Slack bot can receive tasks right in a channel and return complete pull requests. All of these platforms share the same engine. Your settings, memory, and skills work everywhere. And most people open this thing once, ask a question, and never come back. They miss almost everything it can do. This course fixes that for good. The first result, understanding how the engine actually works under the hood, the agentic loop, the available actions, the context window, and how to pick the right model. This is the mental model. Without it, you're just guessing at prompts. The second outcome, you'll customize Claude Code for your specific workflow. Memory files, skills, hooks, and the Claude.md configuration file. Teach it your preferences once, and they stick across every session. This is what turns Claude Code from a generic tool into your tool. The third outcome, you'll connect Claude Code to external tools, databases, APIs, Slack, Jira, GitHub, all via MCP servers. This is where Claude Code stops being a personal assistant and becomes a production-grade system. The fourth outcome, you'll use Claude Code in Teams and CI/CD pipelines. Personal productivity is great, but the real payoff is when your whole team runs on it. We'll cover permissions, collaboration patterns, and how to run Claude Code in automated workflows. And the fifth outcome, the one most courses skip, you'll learn to debug Claude Code when it gets stuck. Because it will get stuck. And when it does, the difference between someone who gives up and someone who ships is knowing how to unblock it. And the course breaks into 3 parts that build on each other. 13 modules total. Here's why the order matters. Part 1 is Foundations, 2 modules. You'll get Claude Code installed and build the mental model of how it works under the hood. Nothing else in the course makes sense until you have this baseline. Part 2 is Core Features, 7 modules covering /commands, memory, skills, subagents, MCP, hooks, and plugins. These are the tools you'll reach for every single day. Most people spend months figuring these out on their own. We'll cover them all. Part 3 is practical usage. 4 modules on real-world workflows, checkpoints for undoing mistakes, advanced features like plan mode, and the full CLI reference for automation and teams. This is where everything from parts 1 and 2 comes together into actual working systems. Here are the first 7 modules in order. Getting started, how it works, /commands, memory, skills, subagents, and MCP. Don't worry about memorizing these now. We'll cover each one in depth when we get there. The important thing is to see the progression from basics to real power. And here are modules 8 through 13. Hooks, plugins, common workflows, checkpoints, advanced features, and the CLI reference. By the time you finish module 13, you'll be able to use Claude Code confidently in any project, whether it's personal or professional. Now here's where it gets interesting. These modules don't work in isolation. Let me show you a real example. Imagine you type /deploy staging. Here's what happens behind the scenes. Module 3 recognizes the command. Module 5 loads the skill file and substitutes your arguments. Module 4 reads your Claude.md memory for project rules, like always run tests before deploying. Module 8 runs hooks that block the deploy if tests haven't passed. Module 7 uses MCP to connect to AWS for the actual deployment. And Module 11 saved a checkpoint beforehand, so you can undo everything if something breaks. 6 modules working together on a single command. That's the system you're building. So let's boil this down. Every module is a building block. Here's how they fit together into a single pipeline. It starts with you. You give a command, a /command, a natural language prompt, or a CI/CD trigger. That's the entry point for everything Claude Code does. Then skills and memory provide context. Skill files, Claude.md rules, and auto memory shape how Claude behaves. Think of this as Claude's training for your specific project. Hooks and force guardrails. These are automatic scripts that run before and after Claude takes action. They catch problems before they reach production. No manual checking required. MCP connects the outside world. Databases, APIs, cloud services. Claude can reach beyond your machine through MCP servers. This is how it talks to everything else. And checkpoints protect your work. Snapshots are saved before every change. If anything goes wrong, you just rewind. It's like having unlimited undo for your entire session. And before we wrap up, let's cover some terms you'll see again and again. We'll define each one in plain English, no jargon left behind. CLI stands for Command Line Interface. It's just the text terminal where you type commands. Think of it as the raw, no buttons interface, fast once you learn it. A session is a single conversation with Claude Code, from the moment you start it to when you exit. Everything that happens in between, your questions, Claude's responses, tool calls, that's all one session. Context is Claude's working memory. It's all the text it can see at once, and it's limited. Think of it like a desk. There's only so much space before things fall off the edge. YAML is a human-readable format for writing configuration. It uses indentation and colons instead of brackets and semicolons. If you can write a grocery list, you can write YAML. Git is a version control system. Think of it like save points in a video game. At any time, you can go back to a previous save if something goes wrong. API stands for Application Programming Interface. It's how one piece of software talks to another. When Claude Code reads your GitHub repos, it's using GitHub's API. A token is a unit of text, roughly 3/4 of a word. Claude charges and thinks in tokens. A short sentence might be 10 tokens. A whole file could be thousands. 7 more terms. This batch covers the features that make Claude Code different from every other AI tool. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It's a standard for connecting AI to external services. Think of it like a universal adapter, one plug that connects Claude to databases, APIs, and more. A subagent is a separate Claude instance with its own context, focused on one specific task. Imagine spawning a clone of yourself to handle one job while you work on another. A hook is a script that runs automatically when a specific event happens. Like a motion sensor light, you don't flip the switch, it just turns on when you walk by. A skill is a reusable set of instructions packaged as a single file. Think of it like a recipe card. Write it once. Use it every time you need that workflow. A plugin bundles skills, hooks, and agents together for easy installation. If a skill is a recipe, a plugin is an entire cookbook. A commit is a saved snapshot of your code changes in Git. It's like pressing save in a video game. You're recording the current state so you can come back to it later. Front matter is YAML metadata at the top of a file between two triple dash markers. It's like the label on a file folder. It tells you what's inside before you open it. Those are all the key terms. You'll see them throughout the course, and each one will make more sense when you see it in action. Here's the mental model to carry forward. If you want AI that suggests, you already have plenty of tools for that. Claude Code is for when you want AI that acts, reads real files, runs real commands, connects to real services, and does it inside your actual workflow. That's the whole course in one sentence. The 13 modules build that capability one layer at a time. Module 1 starts with installation and your first real session. See you there.